Dude, it was a
Hello,
joke.
everybody.
I'm not gonna
Oh
call
my
you
gosh.
daddy every single time, okay? It was one time last week as a joke. It's not happening. Oh,
I
got
leave
it.
for 1 week.
Yes. No. Please don't. Hey everybody, welcome to It's a Long Story, place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. I am tired, but I am also here with our awesome crew, all 6 of them. Everybody in the Unearthed Arcanum, take a look at your camera, wave, and say hi!
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Excited for some D&D. I've been off for a couple days, so it's weird being off. You like, oh man, when do I get to work again? Yeah. Let's try to jump in as quick as we can. Announcements. Let's see. No one shots this weekend, and definitely no one shots next weekend. As next weekend, I will be with these crazy fools. As we are all going to spend some time in a little town known as None Your Business. I love it. Kiki's about to. Kiki, what were you about to say? What were you about to
Say, don't tell people where we are.
Don't tell people. Okay, great. Yeah. I'm
Guys, it's on Instagram.
I'm a little bit smart today. I'm a little bit smart. But yeah, super excited. We did this last year, and obviously we have 2 new people that will be joining us. I am excited. Dan, we're going to miss you very, very much. We'll
Same, guys. Same.
We'll tell you all about it. Yeah. Very excited for that. So that will be that session will be later. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys right now. If at all, there is a lot of like we will have our session. Players, we will have our session. I'm going to try to get it to be recorded, maybe to the level what we had last time, but it might be trickier because of a couple things. So, yeah. Either way, we'll let you know. Let's see what else. So there won't be any one shots for this weekend and next weekend. Plan on them coming up soon. I have a couple of ideas that I want to get rolling pretty soon. But to be honest with you, my studio room, my craft room, which is the epitome of just trashed. If I showed the camera, I feel like a couple of you guys would just like vomit.
I'd leave. No,
It's crazy. And they all have a place. They're all in the process of projects that are on. So there are a lot of things that I'm working on that will hopefully come to see the light. But yeah, so we'll have to wait on some of the more obvious ones later. That is, I think that's it for our announcements. So if you're wanting to support the channel, best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you're watching this, whether that is on YouTube or Twitch. I can also check out our Instagram down there at It's a Long Story _TTRPG. Or you can also lastly be cool like Sarah and jump in and say hi during the live stream. Hi, Sarah. As this is happening live. If it's I will at least try to kind of give a wave back. You never know, if it's clever enough, it might show up down there. So that's it. That's all I got. So before we jump into tonight's session, we need to get a recap of where we left off with Unearthed Arcanum. So Jess, please take it away. Jess, I think you're muted. Can't hear you. Nothing. So while we're figuring that out, While we're figuring that out, what's the thing you're most excited about? Without giving away the place, what are you guys most excited about for next weekend?
I have actually never been to Savannah, so I'm really excited about being there.
I have really heard it's been a great. Oh, Kiki, I'm sorry. You mean Savannah, Wisconsin?
Yes. There's got to be a Savannah, Wisconsin, right?
There's probably a Savannah, Wisconsin.
Yeah. I'm excited to see
Guys,
you guys' smiling face.
Rachel, have you been to Savannah, Wisconsin?
No, I've been to Savannah, Georgia, which is where we're going.
What? No. Rachel!
What? It's so pretty there.
You mean the country of Savannah? Jess, you want to try now? I think we heard you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I could not hear Rachel.
Weird.
So, that's weird.
Well, if you want to do the recap and then reset, we
Yeah.
just go from there.
Yeah. All right. So we started out last time right in the middle of a fawn attack. During the first round, Mary is so excited to be back with 2 legs that she rushes right out, attacks recklessly without even raging, and is able to do quite a bit of damage to one of the creatures, and with her wild magic even stuns one. But when it comes around, the fawns sort of just go all in on her and kill her kind of in one go. Kill her outright. And as she fades from this world, she thinks of the Dusk Queen and Graham, and truly thinks that she'll wake back up, because death is fake, but nothing has felt so real. And as one of the fawns goes to, I think, actually to eat Miri, Prim intimidates it into stopping, and it attacks her instead. So we continue on in the fight. Gwen is actually still inside, so she doesn't see any of this happen. But and revive her. Maeve sees it happen and is unsettled by it, but everybody else is kind of too preoccupied with everything that's going around. Gwen does notice that Maeve is unsettled, but thinks that it's just the battle and tells her, push it down. Don't feel anything right now, just to focus on what we have to do and kill these guys. And in the distance, we hear some hounds howling. So it seems like the hounds of Eobellum are on the way. They arrive, and the Autumn Wolf immediately downs Miri again, and heals 3 of the fawns back, I think, to full health. The Verdant Wolf and the Hoarfrost Wolf also both attack. Kara seems to consider pulling out the horn to use it, but as she does, it seems that something seems to effectively stun the hounds for a round. Al and Io, after some creepy eye contact, where Al tells Io that he remembers, do you, and cast Hunger of Hadar, are able to maneuver a couple of the hounds into the area, using Booming Blade as well on one of the fawns, killing it. The fawns that are still up target Alistair until he falls, but they don't kill him or Miri, as it seems tactically it makes more sense to get everybody down and then go around to clean us up. Ara is able to stabilize Alistair. Gwen brings out the storybook and is able to figure out that the hounds can only be controlled by the ruler of Iabellum. So the king must be dead, and there must be some sort of struggle between Sara and her brother. And as things are starting to look really dire, the hounds stop attacking us. So it seems that control has reverted back to Sara. And we are able to finish off, or the hounds finish off the fawns. And we are all able to come back. Regather ourselves. Gwen notices on Miri that she notices something weird, and so does Kara. But she notices that Maeve is very unsettled, and I think Maeve has a moment with her as we all head back inside. As we end, Maeve asks who we are, and Gwen tells her that we're just us. And sometimes that's all we need to be. And I think that is the big, important pieces. If I missed anything, let me know.
Awesome. Yeah, great. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate it. Yeah.
And I'm going to refresh, and hopefully when I come back, I can hear everybody.
All good. So as we are kind of discussing some other things, I think the only thing that is that the Alistair also went down. I don't know if that was mentioned. And then kind of a big thing, hard to give you guys and the dice credit. Sara's life was completely in your hands. And luck was on your guys' side on keeping not only her alive, but she now must be queen. And she must have some knowledge of where you guys are to be able to use the hounds, which are now on your side to protect you. And that is why I have so much work to do this weekend. Because you guys have way too many allies.
You gotta train the wolves.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I gotta train the wolves. So yeah.
Can't
anything?
wait to pull out Annapolis.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be good.
Trained him a long time ago.
Sure. Yeah, anything else to add, friends? The fun thing here, I was gonna say the fun thing here is that we definitely know that there's something with Alistair and Miri, but I would say that most of the players don't know. So there's some fun stuff with that. We'll see if that comes up.
I'm petting a blue dog, and that's all.
You are petting a blue dog. You are petting a blue dog. Also, I was outside all day, and I ran inside at like, I don't know, 5:30, which we usually end up putting the session image up like around 5. And I was like, oh, mid-journey. Okay. Like you get like 4 tries, and they nailed it. So that session image was great.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Wait till you see it. The other thing.
Oh.
It's going to be awesome. It's an animatronic werewolf.
You had me going until there was that.
I was going to say something, but I didn't. I behaved.
It's an animatronic fill in the blank. What's the funniest thing?
Dude, I'm not good at improv. Why would you put me on the spot like that?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, then we'll move on. All right, Rachel. Okay. Is that good with you? Everybody relax. You guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah, I want to play some D&D.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeehaw.
Just
Yep.
some though.
I said Nova Soul accent.
God dang it.
God, that good old Nova Soul accent. All right, time is serious time. You guys are in the Dark Fae Forest. Everybody, scared face. So we come back in from a. Actually, I think that makes sense to just really use this. So we come back into a scene where there is this dark. In the darkness of this sort of nighttime area, it takes the kind of cuteness of this trunk, this house that was built out of the trunk of some large tree, and kind of morphs it into something that feels a little bit haunted. Following along with the feeling of that is this skulking creature moving back and forth. We see occasionally each sort of step on the ground, there are these like strange sort of almost like tiny fireflies that kind of jump off like sparks from the paws as we see this yellow-leafed wolf. This wolf covered in these strange sort of leafy foliage textures. We see that it is not necessarily prowling as much as guarding, moving back and forth. As we see beyond it another similar creature standing in front of the circular red door. The green verdant wolf standing guard just behind it. We move past the creature's head into the keyhole of the door as we move into a room that is darkened. With nothing but the small candle lights that are around. For all of you here, it has been hard to tell in all of this time being in the Violet Court when is day and when is night. But there is a sense of this exhaustion that leads to some sort of concept of rhythm for everybody except for Alistair. As you guys get ready to find some way to catch some sleep, we feel there is a tension in the room that may be able to wait till morning, or may need to be handled now. And the scene is yours.
When can we get Houston back?
It takes about an hour, so let's do it now so we can sleep.
Okay, well, hear me out.
All right.
So does Houston have to come back as a cat?
It's what he prefers, but no, he can. I've had him come back as a spider before. He's been a bird of some kind, but he can fly now no matter how he comes back. And he can be large no matter how he comes back.
Okay, picture it. So I don't have any fur, as you know. And I've been really working on some concepts because at some point the Dust Queen is going to give me my fur back. So I just have some ideas I want to work out. So can you bring back Houston? But I need Houston to be big, but also I need Houston to look exactly like me, except I need him to have fur, and I want to do the pink cow spots, but I just don't know how that's really gonna look, and like if it's really
Well-
gonna shine during battle. And so I was just thinking, if you just bring Houston back, but he looks exactly like me, then we can try out some looks.
He'll still be black, but he can have the pink spots. I've tried
That's
to bring him back
fine.
as different colors before, but he doesn't like it, and he always comes back as black.
Can you ask him if he'll do the pink spots?
We can try the pink spots. He might do pink spots.
Is he willing to wear outfits?
With the right incentive.
Okay.
All right. So Gwen will go and gather up all of the incense and all of the ritual materials, sit down, start communing with whatever force is between her and Houston. And as she does, she is going to try to convince her cat to come back as a pink spotted rabbit that will then be a giant rabbit when we put the collar back on. But
Okay. As you do so, Gwen, this is in the weirdness of your connections to magic and your kind of correlations around the changes that Gwen has endured. This is a spell that was I would imagine Gwen remembers when she first was able to cast this spell. Like this was this is one that's probably been pretty consistent. Gwen, could you tell me when you give me an idea of the memory of when you first met Houston?
yeah, so this was actually one of the first spells that she learned from the librarian. But when she first cast the spell, I feel like there was this moment of choice where she could go in the direction that the librarian sort of was guiding her, and she went in one that felt more natural and kind of more instinctual. And that is why Houston is the way Houston is, and is not more of a fae or celestial creature. And I think this might actually... Is this the first time she's brought him back since we've been in the Feywild?
I
think it might be. Because I
Yeah.
still have... I think it is, because I still have the same amount of components, like number of uses of bringing him back. So this is the first time I've tried it since we've been in the Feywild. Which is
Okay.
interesting.
So a well-learned spell, something that you could probably just do kind of while thinking of something else. Gwen, what are you thinking about?
She is very much thinking. I think Gwen is somebody who is very practiced in pushing down things she doesn't want to think about. She has done it her entire life. That is how she functions best. And so every time that thoughts other than Houston try to come into her brain, she forcibly pushes them out and down. But there's very definitely moments where she's distracted, maybe glances over at Alistair, glances over at Maven Kara, glances down at Miri sitting right next to her where there's no scar, where there should be a scar. So she is not as able as she would like to be at being as focused. It's harder than she expected it to be, even as the spell is easy to her. And I think the coffee does not help because her brain is going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me that.
Yeah, the con save.
throw.
Yeah.
I think as she's
I rolled 15 exactly.
Okay. Cool.
as she's struggling to get through this ritual, I think Alistair just walks up from behind her and like adjusts like her hand placement, and without really looking at her, just kind of staring at the way she's like shaped doing the spell. I can feel you have questions, and they weigh heavier than the silence.
At this, because this is a relatively small room here, I'd say at this, you see Maeve turn towards Kara, noticeably kind of staring based on a whispered, quick conversation minutes before, actually.
Maybe not when I'm in the middle of spellcasting, but yes.
I'm here.
I know.
Same goes for all of you. I'm just gonna fix this. They ruined everything you guys worked on. So sorry.
I can do it. Thank you.
Okay. If you needed anything, I can help.
I can do it. The spell is... This spell is special.
Of course. All right, I'll leave you to it then.
Thanks.
Alistair will go sit down and start casting mending to pull the skin back together. Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I like it.
Blech. Gross.
Gwen literally does this as she goes and starts to fix the spell that she just did.
Miri, how are you feeling?
Great. How are you, Kara?
I'm not the one who died.
Who died?
Mary didn't
You-
die.
Houston, I mean, I already told... Houston's coming back, though. So,
Miri
He really died.
did die. We all saw that.
Mary just went unconscious. She's fine.
I didn't die.
I want to insight check. Can I do...
I'm
I
gonna
want to do
s-
separate insight checks. I want to see if... I know Alistair's gaslighting me, but I want to see if he is somehow prompting her or influencing her
Cool.
to be this. So I
Okay.
have...
Okay.
For Alistair, it's gonna be a 21, and for Miri, it's gonna be a 29.
Okay. So you're just to clarify, you're trying to get, is Alistair putting words in Miri's mouth?
Or does he have like some kind of influence or sway over her, like
Okay.
holding the cards or the power, not even like actively magically influencing her?
I can say no.
And Miri truly believes she didn't die.
Miri
I
truly
didn't
believes
die.
she didn't die.
Fuck.
I've never died.
I will give you this because you are kind of like focusing in on this. Maeve is like, I don't know. Maeve's spoken her mind multiple times and have been paying the cost of it. So she might be wisening up. Okay, yeah, she didn't say anything.
So we're all gonna ignore that. Okay, cool. Just me. Fantastic.
I open it up if you have questions. We might
Yeah.
as well get them out of the
What the
way.
fuck happened to Miri?
Mary, are you okay?
Yes.
What
Like
did
you
you
said,
do to her, Alistair?
I did nothing to Miri at all other than make sure that she is here with us now.
Maybe we need to go farther back. What happened to you, Alistair?
I, I don't fully understand what happened to me, but what I can tell you and what I remember is it was not fun uh, or even educational, if that counts. Um, but at the last minute, um, Ostial corrected things, at least as far as I'm concerned, and given the opportunity to stay where I was or be here, I'm here with you guys.
Which I appreciate, and I'm glad that you're here. I mean, you saved Mary and everything like that, but I mean, you carry yourself differently, you sound different. There's also a level of how you're wielding the cane now. I mean, has she been talking to you, or have you been uninfluenced?
That's a lot of questions.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
I'll answer what I can. I surely we all can agree that you you're a different person when you're in pain, and I I don't feel pain anymore. I don't it don't hurt every waking moment. I think that accounts for a lot of what you just asked. It's freeing not to have to worry about each step being the worst pain of your life.
So, I'm glad that you're feeling some kind of relief for that, man, but ain't that how we felt in that damn temple where we got that lady?
Yeah.
And the rest of y'all didn't want to stay. So, other than other than the mission, what's changed with you feeling relief from this balm compared to the other one?
Well, she offered. Well, what she offered wasn't just relief from pain, it was relief from everything. And there are pros and cons to that. And we discussed that then. I mean, it was also a choice. And maybe I insinuated that I had a choice earlier, but it it's not really a choice when powers like that are involved.
It wasn't really a choice on our side either.
Yeah.
Thank
No
you.
judgments. No judgments on any of that, Al. I was just wanting to help you explore your new existence. Make sense of it.
Still the same person, even if I'm not.
I think so.
You see Prisha in the corner. Prisha's still here. Kind of just sort of nodding along with that statement.
So,
So
what
if
about the
Mary
Amulet?
didn't die, what did happen to her?
Here he ran recklessly into a group of dangerous individuals and found herself on the wrong end of a few arrows and axes and swords. And I did what we've always done for each other and made sure that we all left together. Mary's fine. You've heard from her. I have no reason to lie to you. I'm not hiding anything from you. Nothing to hide.
She doesn't have a scar anymore.
Sounds like a wonderful benefit.
It does. But we both know that magic doesn't do that.
At this, Gunther kind of who's been like handling a lot of like the caretaking sort of around, like trying to kind of like create as much like sort of space as possible with the cots and like things like that. Is now kind of like looks up at that. And goes, I'm sorry. I thought I didn't see a scar. I didn't know. Did we not get all of it?
Everything's fine, Gunther. It's
Get on what? Thank you, Alistair, for bringing me back to consciousness. I know I fell. I know that I was whatever.
it's a learning experience, Miri. I know you'll do better next time.
Yep.
See? Miri's fine. Gunther, it's so good to see you again.
Now that I know who you are, it is so good to see you as well.
You've done really well for yourself.
Thank you. As of you, I can't believe you're all still. How long has it been?
Us, couple weeks. Little man would be amazed to see the man you've grown into.
Oh. Right. Right. Feywild.
Yeah.
Oh, that's strange. Then I apologize for seeming so absent-minded on seeing you all. It has been many, many years.
How did you come to be in the Feywild, Gunther? That's not where we left you.
Well, as old as I am, that is a story that I do remember. I was born here. Not here, exactly. My childhood was very complicated, but I found refuge in a small, forgotten sanctuary in the Fae. It is most likely long since turned to dust, but I had met an incredible person there. One that taught me a lot. Not from here. Her name was Elena. She had some sort of connection to some elven spirituality, but I know that she was troubled, as many adventurers are. She passed very suddenly one day. Well, sort of. She left any sort of physical form. I mourned for days. I had no other friends besides the Bloomings, who are now all gone. They have their own families. I visited, oh, goodness, I have no idea how long it's been, but one day she came to me, sort of dreamed, and asked if I could help her with something. And it was something from her world, her plane. And before she could really explain herself, I said yes, and, well, the Fae. Subtext is important. I still would have said yes, but and then we got separated for many, many years. I found a ship. I learned that no one could understand what I was saying. Eventually found the island, and I believe that's where I found you, if I recall.
It was.
I must have been a little shit then.
You were wonderful.
Yeah, you brought actually a lot of smiles to our lives. Except the first impression wasn't great. I probably still have a scar from that wallop you gave me, but aside from that, it was you almost felt like a part of the family.
It should be worth saying that I'm quite old, and I'm sure there are many things that I have since forgotten. I remember the island. I remember you all. I remember him. And you see Gunther looks at Alistair. I remember he was with me when you all were not with me. I was with someone, I was with another group of people. Whatever became of Huxley?
Huxley left Dare's Wharf to pursue other interest. We lost touch with him. After that, we came here. Not more than a few days after.
I recall something about him starting to do well. And then someone else arrived. I didn't recognize him. Black hair, long, pale skin. I feel like I can remember the face. I just remember one night there was something where everyone lost control and he killed him or tried to kill him.
Huxley?
Sorry. I remember Huxley standing.
He's tried to kill a
behind
couple
somewhere.
people.
Yes, I remember him being quick trigger finger, but this was different. Kara, give me a history check.
Okay.
Man, you guys are not selling me.
Oh,
On this
there's
guy.
there's a chance that Kara wouldn't know this.
16.
Okay. The events that led to Huxley basically pretty much leaving the group forever. Does Kara remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Joe can't remember. As Gunther describes the figure, it matches the description of the person that you turned into.
I'm gonna keep my damn mouth shut because I know exactly what that person did to him. I mean, reaction wise.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's the last I remember of him. And Saren, she's willing to give him another chance. Saren. Yes, that was her name.
Yeah, that brings Gwen back up from her ritual. And then she goes back to her ritual. She also keeps her mouth shut for right now.
Fair enough.
Kara and Gwen.
You
I'm not
guys know
saying
the name
shit.
Saren, though. I think she told you guys Saren.
No.
Did you?
You only had the description. You never had a name. I was pretty sure with
Mhm.
regarding the deal.
Right. I don't have the name. I just have the description. So I wouldn't
Correct.
even. So I wouldn't actually look up at the name Saren because I don't know the name. I only have the description.
Yeah, I
No.
was gonna say I don't think
So the
you.
name
Yeah.
wouldn't mean anything to me. So never mind that. Retcon
Okay.
that.
Everything else was a blur. I rode a tyrant saw. Was that here or there?
It was more than likely on the island. We
Yeah,
had to
that was the island, I
Yeah.
think.
kill a few of them, unfortunately.
You had to get.
Don't
Okay.
worry, Gunther.
They tried to bite Yori in half. It was a whole thing.
Yeah,
It's
we had
fi-
no choice.
and don't worry about the island. I made very sure that it would be very hard for anybody to find it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
This other group that you were with, that Huxley was with, were there others?
Break out the dice.
Because we know one of them, so I'm just curious if we know them.
Well, there was a blue female. There was a white male wearing lots of there was a small my size figure.
Hmm.
And I think there was a cat. Or was it a dog?
Gunther, I'm sure this was ages ago for you. I'm sorry to ask you so many questions. We're just. So how did you end up here? I mean, more importantly, here.
Oh, well, what I was helping my friend with, I found her. The honestly awful thing about the Fae was that I had forgotten who I was looking for, or what I was doing, in transferring out of the Fae, which is why I was on the island, and I think part of me kind of assumed that I was supposed to be some sort of guardian there, and some, I don't know. But I found her and was able to bring her to her, I guess her goddess. Elinath was some sort of spiritual being in that plane. And my work was done, so I was sent home. And I traveled for a bit in the Feywild, and I found a place here, and there was something about it that felt that I needed to be here. Just the perfect amount of darkness for what I've experienced in my life. Alistair, roll me a perception check.
What up with the 19?
Nice. Roll to see what this is. It's a nat 20. You see pinned to his collar that at first looks like it is like a part to kind of keep the sort of keep this sort of like area of the cloak sort of like set up in this way to have that kind of like poncho like sort of look. But you, I would say it took you until this point to recognize that button.
Lean forward. You kept it for all of these years.
What?
The button. I gave you that button just before we left.
Huh.
Hey, Gunther, there's just so much rattling around in my head right now. Do you remember much of your time on the island?
Comes and goes.
Did your friend ever ask you about the island?
No.
Right. Where did you end up finding your friend?
Well, she was. I guess I kind of assumed that she was still. Like I said, she kind of passed on in her way, so it was. I kind of assumed that she was both everywhere and nowhere. But I couldn't remember what my job was, and therefore our communication wasn't. Not until I saw her. And that, something about it just triggered memory for me. You have no idea how frustrating it is to realize that this is the person you're supposed to be helping out, and then you can't communicate with them at all.
I think we can relate a little bit to that.
But I saw blue hair, pale skin. I knew. And it was strange, actually. I do remember something about the person that the last night I saw Huxley, when he tried to kill that man. That man was very close to Saren. Like, very close.
Like proximity?
No, I assume there was some sort of relationship.
Those can be tricky, so.
Yeah, I remember thinking ironic, considering the first person I met was someone who was connected to the person I was supposed to meet. That was funny that way. Perhaps that's why I'm here.
I mean, it was extremely fortuitous that you were here. I mean, that anyone was here, but you, of all people, right when we needed you, you were here.
Well, perhaps we can thank this one for trying to steal my vegetables. Looks over at Maeve, who kind of gives a little bit of it's like a grin sort of thing, but it's probably one of the first real smiles you guys have seen from Maeve. We're all seemingly connected.
Funny how
So
life
it
works out like
seems.
that.
Would you say, Dan?
Oh, I think you said, what'd you say, Al? I said, Io said, it's funny how life works out like that.
Well, you all must be exhausted.
Everyone looks quite tired.
I can't sleep until Houston's back.
Almost done.
If you guys want, I
okay.
can watch while you guys rest.
Don't you need to rest a little?
Yeah, I intend on it, but I just feel like you guys should. You've been through a lot, and I think it's just some of it was because of me. So I think it's just fair I let you at least get a little bit of rest.
Prisha
The important
looks at
bit
Gwen
before
and
you sleep.
what'd you say then?
And Io said, I'll stay up with you for a little bit just to talk before I go to sleep.
Prisha looks at Gwen at this and goes, I've been told you get used to it.
Right. Yeah.
Do you need to sleep, Mary?
Yeah, when Houston comes back, we're gonna go to sleep. I just don't have fur anymore. I don't know if you saw, so I need Houston to keep me warm.
Oh, I'm okay. I wasn't gonna say anything, but it was very interesting. I was going to offer you some clothes.
Nah.
All right. Maeve. I think Maeve looks at you, Kara, and just. I think she's
Fine.
I think with the situations that happened tonight, Maeve is trying to not be really like necessarily like forcing anything, but you see Maeve give this kind of like look to you, Kara, that is like, I'll say honestly, just with your like natural insight, you kind of get of like, I feel like we need to talk if you're okay with that.
Okay. I guess she'll nod yes.
And she kind of like looks towards the door.
What's the worst that can happen? Going outside again.
Okay. As you go to walk out, the blue wolf that has been around you, Prim, kind of like all of a sudden just kind of rears up.
You can go too if you want.
Oh no, just like
just
watching those that are wanting to leave.
Okay.
And Prim, you could probably like relax the animal
Yeah.
there.
No,
It
she
really
sits
kind of
doing,
feels
like,
like these
scalp
wolves
scratches.
are very are much more animalistic than like, they have that sort of, so there's like a sort of sense of like you're going outside where danger was happening. You know what I mean?
Outside.
Yeah, they're not
Not that
dogs.
far.
They're
Okay. I think she just starts like scratching the back of its head a little bit to get it to settle.
Perhaps maybe you take some of these guardians with you if you want this to be a private conversation. I think we'd all feel better if you just had at
Had
least
ample protection.
Two of them are
someone.
outside.
there's yeah, there's two outside that are.
That's one. That's one each for them.
Maeve, are you okay?
It's been a day.
It has been. I just want to make sure
That's
that we're all okay. And I want you and Kara, both of you, to know that we're going to make sure everything is fine. We can fix this. The people in this room, we can do just about anything.
Alistair, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
$18.
Alistair, you feel Maeve is staring at you pretty hard. There's like it's almost as if you can see behind her eyes just a million sort of little gears sort of shifting and trying to figure out and contemplate the craziest day she's had in years. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, Mom, or whatever. I'm exhausted. Yeah, never mind. I feel like I'm ready for whatever tomorrow's gonna bring, or will be. Thank you.
Absolutely. Are you okay if I share with everyone what I saw?
What do you mean?
Before the fawns showed up.
Yeah, you saw my memory. And you realize in this moment, Alistair, she has no idea what you're talking about.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess, that was probably pretty rough. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
it might help us tomorrow. Why don't you get some rest and if you, as long as you're okay with it, I'll just pass along that information to everyone else, and we'll see about tomorrow when it comes.
Okay.
Thanks, Maeve.
You're welcome, Alistair. He kind of gives another apologetic look to Kara and goes to prepare for bed.
Guys, you guys can all get ready. I think Houston should be here soon, and
Yes. Just let's see how he comes back.
it's exciting.
Kara, is there any Maeve seemed to be bothered by something, and then this public conversation with Alistair all of a sudden is not. How does that? What's going through Kara's mind right now?
I don't trust Alistair. One fucking bit.
Okay. Does Kara show any sort of like body language in that? Like what is Kara doing in this moment? Say.
With a 21 deception, probably not. She probably just sits down and watches.
Yeah. A few more minutes go by. Gwyn, describe Houston's return.
I think as Gwen does the last little chalk mark and Houston sort of poofs back into existence in his customary. I think he usually comes back in like little black sparkles sort of thing. I feel like I have to make a persuasion check to see if he comes back. Yeah. So he does come back as a little rabbit. So he's got the little floppy ears, but they're sort of raggedy at the end and pointed. And he's got big giant fangs. So he's kind of like a snow hare sort of thing, but with giant fangs. And he is black. And he has pink spots, but they are violently pink, if that makes sense. Like just so pink that they are like blood pink. Like it looks very, very weird. And he has not a bunny tail, but still his two forked little devil cat tails, and then his little bat wings. So he looks very strange, little bunny. But he has the pink spots, Miri.
It's really hard.
Yes,
I know it's
they
not
look exactly alike. But isn't he giant though? Did you bring him back?
He comes back as just his regular size. She has to put the collar on him and then say the magic word to make him big, which she does. And then he's a giant demonic rabbit.
It's really hard to not imagine Banicula.
That's exactly what I was trying to describe. So I'm glad you all picked up on my vision. Thank you. So we've got Banicula with pink spots.
Pink spots. I love it.
Kind of looks up at some point and notices, like, oh, wow, Gwen, some of your best work. Yeah, he looks awesome.
I think this is 90% Miri. Houston really likes you, Miri.
Good job, Two-Step. Good job.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. I don't like it. Anyways.
You can't. Come on, Brett.
Takes a couple hops over to you.
Not like because he looked
you see the blue wolf starts growling like.
Yeah, I feel like Gwen gets the collar on. Prim says that he starts hopping and gets giant right when hops over in front of the wolf.
Gwen, I will punch him. Do not tempt me.
Yeah, there's a lot of like Prim holding the wolf back, the wolf holding Prim back. Like there's a lot of like that sort of thing, like against this large
Hold me back, hold me back. No,
terrifying
you gotta
rabbit.
hold me back now. Oh, yeah.
So, also, while we've been doing all of this back and forth talking, Io has gotten out the spice pouch and he's taken out turmeric, cinnamon, and a little bit of nutmeg. And he started to mold it with some earth that's basically kind of wetted just enough with either his water or like moisture in the air. And he's kind of like just started to shape it into little balls. Um,
Please tell
and
me it's
with
with your foot water.
Yes, it's with the foot water, of course. But what he's been aiming at with it is, especially once he kind of notices the blue wolf growling, he's like, I was gonna save most of these for the morning, but since this one's starting to get a little antsy, um,
Get the bunny to back
so
off. Won't be antsy.
Come here,
here's
Houston.
here's the thing. Just wait.
She
And then
comes.
he approaches the blue wolf. Underhand, he offers one of the balls to it. All of the spices I mentioned are supposed to be relatively good fertilizers for plants.
Okay.
And he's offering the wolf a treat.
Okay. Yeah, as you see, there's like, there is no growling in Io's direction whatsoever, and you see that the creature kind of opens up their mouth, and you see that mouth, the teeth themselves are like it's close enough that you can see that it looks like they're actually like jagged white stone as opposed to like bone. And looking down, like looking at what you can see of the mouth itself, it definitely has this I'll say the smell is probably the most like, it's like your almost like that sort of sense of immediately feeling like you're in a cave, like that sort of like very earthy sort of hard, almost like almost weird sort of like not spicy air, but like this like kind of like weird kind of tingly sort of thing is it immediately accepts it. Gladly.
That's a good boy or girl. We're all friends here. That's our friend Houston. He's another animal. Right now we're among friends. All right, ladies, y'all can continue. I think this one likes the treats.
Okay. All right. I'll say with that, you guys kind of prepare for bed. Anything you guys do before you end the night?
Yuri is going to curl up with Houston, get real snuggly, and hug him, and say, I told you death is fake, Houston. And I'm so glad you're back. You can't forget what our real mission is. You promised me that you would help me kill Graham, our greatest enemy.
Houston very happily agrees to that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I think
Rabbit hunting.
Houston, like, I will say there. Actually, Gwen, do you have stats on Houston?
What am I rolling?
Roll me history check.
Oh, Houston, you did okay. 8.
Okay. Um,
Well, if I'm using cat stats, it's a -4.
yeah, I really loved the. It felt like you were really trying to convince the DM of something. And with an 8, there's just like a momentary sort of pause, and then just a fervent nod.
I mean, he is a cat. Hunting rabbits sounds really fun.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Cool. Any?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, as Io's getting ready for bed, like he said, he's pulling up his cot next to Alistair, and he's pretty much going to talk with him as he's packing away the rest of the impromptu Fey Wolf plant creature treats.
Okay.
Prim's just gonna curl up with the wolf in a corner, pass out.
Got it.
What happened with Houston, my real life asshole cat X'd me out of the internet?
Houston agrees to help you with your plan.
Houston rolled an 8
Yeah.
on the history check, so kind of just paused, and then just nodded fervently.
Cram's head's gonna look so good on a pike. You just wait, Houston.
Just continues to nod. Cool. I think as the night kind of really starts to kind of draw to a close, there's we pass over Ara just for a second, who is I think he actually has like at least a content look on his face. Exhausted, but content. And then I think looking over at Prim and the wolf. Yeah, all right. And he gets up and he kind of looks at. I'll say he honestly probably catches eyes with Kara. And just kind of like smiles and kind of motions towards the door as if to say, like, I'll be outside. Not for you to come, but like just like I think I'm gonna spend the night outside. And you know, like the green wolf's out there. So yeah. And they'll spend the night out there. And you never see him again. Oh. Okay. Io and Alistair. You guys have first watch if you want it.
Io, how are you?
Yeah. There comes a point when you kind of stop, where it's like you're so used to the constant changing of things, like the state of this adventure, and then you kind of start to forget normal. And there's almost that yearning for normal, but then I remember we gotta embrace change, and think about what comes next. So I'm here, there, and a little bit everywhere right now. But at the end of the day, I gotta say, I'm glad I still get to talk to you like this.
Io, man, I'm always gonna be here for you. You know that. That's should never have crossed your mind.
No, it's just normally. Well, you know what? Again, let's focus on let's focus on the change we will bring. So these must be them hounds of Iabellum, right?
I think so. Not 100% certain what happened. But whatever it is, it was definitely better for us, I guess.
Yeah.
When do you see us addressing this whole thing that's going on with you?
When it becomes a priority. Right now it ain't. So
Uh,
it ain't worth wasting time thinking about as far as I'm concerned at the moment.
you know, I think it should be a priority. I mean, we're not really ranking priorities. So, I mean, maybe that is something we can work on.
I mean, we can, but my task is to take out the rest of my patrons warlocks, and he ain't tell me none of them are here, so as long as we're here, I'm I'm rudderless. Callisto, I don't know what you think, but we just gotta stay the course right now, right, buddy? I, I don't know if he'll respond in the way that you're gonna understand, Al, but I like to keep him into conversations that include me too. Um,
I'll say I think in this moment, Callisto's fast asleep as you go to
oh,
like turn and talk to him.
oh, never mind. I guess even ageless dragons need sleep sometime too. But yeah, it's just it's not that it's not important. It's just I learned early on my problems have a time and place, and that time and place ain't right now.
Be surprised. Um, but, not everything requires immediate action. Maybe we could just spend some time talking about it. Gwen is unbelievably well read, and maybe we could look in and see if we could find any information. I mean, I don't think any of us enjoy the idea of murdering random people, but maybe there's a way around that we could talk about.
About that, every time I talk to him or them, um, they're so adamant about dying, and I asked why it was something like existing too long, but then when we were in front of Precious God, and I decided to ask it about my patron. Y'all saw what I don't think you did see on what looked to be like my patron. There was something that looked very familiar, like the essence of me causing it pain. And I mean, maybe they want to be put to rest, and they can't do and I mean they can't do it themselves. They genuinely need someone strong to do it, and you saw what just looking at that thing did to me. Whatever was riding my patron what if that was my real? What if that's was the person in my bloodline that made me what I am? And if me just looking at it can do something like that to me, I almost kind of feel sorry for my patron, if that makes sense.
You know, that's a lot. I appreciate you sharing that. You are unbelievably brave to be carrying that alone. I hope you know that, Io.
Well, I mean, I'm not really brave. I don't really have a choice. You you sink or swim at the end of the day. And I mean, like I used to go to mom and dad for things, but they were busy folks, and mom had other people to attend to, so I had to sort it out on my own. So I could have just crumpled and stayed in one place and basically not not made anything of myself, or I could have stopped being essentially weak and really just try to make the best of a, I don't know, want to say a bad situation, but whatever kind of situation we're in, that's all we can do. We can't find every excuse to fall apart and be at each other's throats all the time.
You know, you keep saying that, Io, and I really hope that this time it sticks.
Well, as long as we're still here and we still live to see another day, so far everybody I've traveled with has turned out to be a good person, which means even when y'all make mistakes, I, I have hope that we'll keep making the right choices, or we'll eventually keep making the right choices, and especially those of us who all have parents to return to, like me and you, can return with hearts full of pride and happy to share our adventures with them.
Just always loved how optimistic you could be. I really do believe that everything will work out the way it works out. And I am glad that I get to do that with you.
Well, for what it's worth, same to you. And he goes to fist bump him.
No, but thank you. You should probably get some rest.
Sure. As he kind of like turns to kind of go to sleep, he does kind of give Alistair a couple double takes. Um, and is just kind of thinking to himself, feels it feels nice, but it feels a little bit. He's going to bed kind of feeling a little bit weirded out by the conversation, like a mixture of comfort, but like discomfort at the same time.
And it continues. Alistair, at a certain point, when everyone else is asleep, you notice Prisha find her way to the door. Words are exchanged. But as the door closes, you hear this feel. This immense weight left from you. Something that you no longer recognize as pain, just pressure. That handles one problem. Sorry that I can't appear before you now. Your considerable imagination seems to have left with your better half.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Disappoint? No. You're alive. And there are many things that our kind can take ownership for, but love is one that remains a mystery to even us. It would not have been a good decision for anyone, but it seems that you're whatever she is to you now. Would have followed through. I am curious to know what this newfound connection or disconnection to life does for our plans.
This is dangerously entertaining. I remember more than most anything when we last spoke. The good news for you is I see merit in what you want. For now. we've always tried to change the way things were into the way things should be. Gwen, Io, myself, all of us. My new connection makes it easier to disrupt the status quo.
I must admit, hearing you speak today, I assumed I knew who survived. And who came back. I thought you'd be mad at me.
Everyone fights in any relationship. But, like I said, I see merit in your plans. But we go about this much differently this time.
Of course. There's a new captain behind the wheel.
No more manipulations. Be clear. We'll go a lot farther that way.
Would it help to believe that even through what I will admit to be manipulations, so that you know that the connection that you felt, that I felt, was real. I'd like you to give me a perception check.
To 11.
You feel this, I'll say you see like your collar kind of move slightly. And you feel this like sort of, it's, I would say like truthfully, it's like someone was trying to like breathe cool air on your neck, but Alistair, you can't feel it. So you're just seeing.
No. No. We can be partners. But that's it.
Very well. Does seem like we'll have a lot more time together.
For now. You will eventually have to make different arrangements
That is not what I wish.
I think it would be best if maybe we work together for a while. And like I said, the relationship has to change after what happened. There can't be any more lies or secrets.
Of course. To be fair, one of the reasons why there was so much was because we were dealing with too many people. Now there is one less. Two, maybe. I know that the version of you that has taken the wheel, excuse me, the version of you that has taken the wheel is excited to be in the land of the living, to taste what he tasted, touch what he touched. But, Alistair, I'm sure you've noticed, as I have, what you can no longer feel.
It has become increasingly more obvious to me that it's not about what I can feel, but what they feel. I think you've missed that point.
No. I think you've only developed half of it.
I'm here, aren't I?
As am I. It's strange, the concept of love makes us do things that are, as you know, illogical. Forces us into different people. I wonder if the same can be said of dying.
Careful you don't back the entire world into a no-win situation. It's when they tend to fight back the hardest.
I would venture to say that the logical solution, knowing what you know, would have been to leave me here. But you're holding on to me still so tightly.
There is a lot you have to offer. But there's a lot more that I have to offer you.
Of that, we can agree. Good night, Alistair.
Good night, Undelith.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Pretty good for Gwen with a 14.
Is that disadvantage for those of us asleep?
Yeah, let's call it disadvantage. It's also a low DC, though.
14.
16 at disadvantage.
12 now at disadvantage.
Okay.
Nat 1 at disadvantage. I am out.
Beautiful. You all awaken suddenly in the middle of the night from a heavy scream. The shuttered windows all burst open. The door flies open. The blue wolf immediately rushes out. Green and yellow kind of turn inward. And Kara, I imagine you're the closest, as you see Maeve is sitting upright. Cold sweat.
And what was that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I looks around, sees the other people. Sorry, I just nightmare.
That's okay. This happens when you have nightmares.
Doors, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of my windows are barred, so.
Yeah.
I used to knock open doors too. I get it.
Nice. Sorry. Everything's okay. She goes the light back down. Kara.
I was just gonna say Gwen is sending Kara like a ask her about the nightmare, like glare. Like a very groggy. Gwen has no shields up right now.
Mm-hmm.
She needs a mom right now. Ask her about the nightmare. But I don't know if Kara will understand.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What were you gonna say, Joe?
I was, mine was going to be after Gwen's. So if Kara is either not responding or not looking at Gwen in this moment.
I don't think she'd be looking at Gwen at all anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Give me, I'd like you to roll me 3 d20s.
Can Prim start walking towards Maeve?
Walking towards Maeve?
Yeah, like getting up and moving towards where
Sure.
she was. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll do that, but I'll let you have the d20s and then I'll do
Okay.
something.
4, 2, and a natural 20.
Okay. Cool. Is Prim trying to say something to Maeve in this moment, or is Prim just trying to get closer to just like protect?
I think Prim is gonna try to talk to her a little bit as someone who struggles with nightmares a lot of the time, and just kind of trying to come over and just be like, try to talk with her a little bit about it, and not necessarily try to unravel what she saw, but maybe to start being like, calm yourself, like don't try to go back to sleep panicked, like she's doing monk shit.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say roll me one more d20, Kara. In that case.
How's a natural 1?
Ironically, pretty great. So just to clarify, 4, 2, and 1. Is that what it was?
4, 2, natural 20,
Nat 20,
and then 1.
and then 1. Okay, cool. Bless you.
Times 3, I think.
So what's really funny is the nat 1 takes out the nat 20, which is good in this case, because she wakes up 3 more times. Each of them, the role was to kind of recognize the varying degrees of what could happen. The lower numbers is basically a lower sort of power to it. So 4. I'll say one more perception check from everybody with disadvantage. And I'll let you know DC's 15. So
I didn't get it.
okay.
18 with disadvantage.
Okay.
I think also I'm like next to her at this point. Like I would
got
have just
it.
laid down there.
16 with disadvantage.
Okay. Interesting.
I rolled a 19 and an 18.
Cool. Alistair, you don't have to roll. You'll be up the whole time.
11 with disadvantage.
Still fully asleep, Mary? What'd you get, Mary?
A 9.
9. Okay. So Prim, it was enough. Like, it was like more of like a kind of like a quick sort of like shudder. About maybe like a couple hours later. You wake up to it, and Gwen, I think, yeah, you just barely kind of like open your eyes to it. It's lessened. But she's still in kind of like a cold sweat.
Very much so, like soothing, like it's okay. I'm here, you're here. This is real. This is real. And kind of like trying to ground her and doing that kind of exercises in the moment.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
How does Maeve seem to be reacting to that sort of soothing?
Well, yeah, I think there's a like I'll say Gwen, roll me a medicine check.
That's bad. Only a 3.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would say just like kind of like perceiving it looks like Prim is she's definitely not like rejecting what Prim is talking to her about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think. Is it stuffy in here at all, or is it like a nice temperature?
I'd say it's a little stuffy.
I think Gwen is just going to very carefully, with prestidigitation, just sort of try to get like a nice cooler sort of air breeze going to sort of like just cool it down a little bit so that it's not quite so stuffy. But otherwise, she's not going to interfere since she seems to be doing well with Prim.
Okay.
Just kind of make it a little more comfortable. But otherwise, just stay back.
All right. Morning comes. And I say morning. It's very strange. It's hard to really tell. I would say you see the sky is maybe a little bit of a brighter gray. It occurs to you, I think, as some of you wake up, like, how do flowers grow here? Until you do notice that there is momentarily like a warm light that starts to sorry, I say momentarily. It takes a while to kind of come in, but a warm sort of yellow light that kind of appears around around the area from where you guys are inside. Gwyn and Prim, I need you both to give me Constitution saving throws.
$14.
Same? 14? Sisters.
DC was 13.
Oh,
You guys
boy.
had a little bit of a rough night because you consistently woke up with Maeve.
Yep.
But you still were able to get your sleep in.
The first thing Gwen does is make coffee, but just regular coffee, not the special cocaine coffee.
Okay. Got it.
She's making some for Prim and Maeve and whoever else might like some. Not Ara.
Yeah. Ara's outside at the moment. You also notice that Gunther's not in here. You all also wake up to notice Prisha's not here.
You're all awake.
We are.
So we did lots of planning. We didn't really come up with a plan. What are we doing today?
There was something you wanted to tell us last night. About...
Oh, yes. Is Maeve still sleeping?
I'll say she's still asleep. Makes sense. She woke up multiple times.
Maybe now's a good time.
So oddly enough, I think that whatever the Queen of Air and Darkness has been doing to Maeve, it split her soul. There's two Maeves.
So we gotta say both halves? I'm down.
Honestly, I think that will be the easier of the things that we need to do. There's two souls that need to return to one.
That sounds like a later problem.
Okay.
Well, honestly, it depends. After we do what needs to be done with Queenie Pooh, how do we know later is not going to be too late?
Why don't we give them both the option when we come to that point?
What you mean by that? Why wouldn't she want to be reunited with her other soul half?
That's not for me to say. It's her decision, it's their decision.
They're both people now. You can't say that they need to be reunited.
Does she know, Alistair?
Fair.
Did you get that
I
sense?
I don't think that she is fully aware. I think she part of this process may have been, for lack of a better word, self-inflicted. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think she was trying to protect herself.
Then maybe the first thing, Kara, is that we tell her? What do you think?
I mean, I'm not sure how someone will take being told that they've been split without evidence to prove to the contrary.
All right, so evidence first.
If we're going to play with hypotheticals, then we should also consider that you can't necessarily just harm half a soul. The other Maeve could be working with the Queen of Air and Darkness, and it's quite possible that whatever we do to her, or the Queen does to her, could also affect this Maeve.
Which is why we're going to kill the queen. It's kind of the get rid of her, can't use it.
What happens if she uses her as a human shield?
We figure it out.
I know, well, right now we're in theory territory. What is our way of...
We don't know in that moment who's going to be there, what information we've gathered since then, and XYZ. We're playing what ifs with half of an equation. I'm sounding like a Ludus kid. This is a problem.
Well, that's why we discuss these things, so they're at least in the forefront of our mind rather than us looking like a bunch of dumbasses with our pants down like we did when we stormed this place yesterday.
I guess I felt it important that everyone knew, and had the same information as me.
I agree. Thank you for sharing this information. It is.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this.
It's definitely good to keep in mind.
I will tell you though that I don't think it's not true. I don't know how evidence we can gather whether there are two parts of a soul in different bodies, but I know what I saw.
I'm not
That-
saying it's not true. I'm just saying it's hard to convince somebody that it is not true.
We also need to. The other Maeve, she can turn into people that we know.
I know. I saw the vision just like you. She is the changeling half.
Everyone else didn't. I'm just trying to share that information with them. I think we should all know. We may run
Well-
into people we care about and love, and it's not going to be them.
Well, you extradited that shit just a couple days ago, and we managed, so it's something we've all experienced before.
Yeah.
Except for two-step. Two-step, just remember it probably isn't Graham, and you're okay to squish him.
Probably.
No, if it's the
That-
other Maeve, you're not okay to squish her.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Don't squish the other Maeve.
What's other
This-
Graham?
She might make herself look like Graham.
Mary's a small creature, right?
A classified small, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Kara's gonna be like, she would be a pretty big Graham if she tried that. Because I'm pretty sure we can't shift our size class. Our size.
Huh. Okay. Well, just be aware.
Miri's glaring
We
at
already
Maeve
talked
now.
about.
Who's sleeping?
She's looking
Somehow
over at
makes
her.
it funnier.
We don't hurt Maeve, Mary.
I'm not gonna hurt Maeve. I'm gonna hurt Graham.
No.
Don't
if
hurt
you
Graham
see
either.
if you see a big Graham, well,
Wait,
we're
I thought
here,
you
don't
liked
hurt him.
Graham.
I thought he was your friend.
Graham is one of our greatest enemies, you guys. We've talked about this many times.
No. You
Yeah,
gotta
that's why we're
confuse
going
yourself.
north when we're done here.
We're on the north
She
thing
knows which way
again.
north
Storm.
is. Yeah, we're on the north thing again.
We were going
Superior.
north, but I didn't think it was because of Graham.
To storm Graham's keep? Yeah.
Al, you
Houston's
sure
already agreed.
Al, you sure you
Houston
woke her up right?
No.
All right, cause she a little confused.
Houston, I don't think we're storming any keeps for Graham.
I think Mary's fine.
She's talking about her best friend like it's her worst enemy.
Io, how dare you bring that up? You know.
Oh, come on. That boy followed you around like a little puppy dog, and you know.
I feel like you're pushing buttons that we shouldn't be pushing.
Okay.
Mary is clearly
Mary.
upset.
Mary. The last night we were together in the... What is it called? Dusk Hollow?
The
What
Dusk
was that place
Court.
called?
Dusk
The
Hollow.
Dusk Court.
Mhm.
Do you remember what you tricked Graham into doing?
Graham wasn't there.
I look at Alistair.
What about Belle?
Bella?
Yeah, Bella.
What about her?
Is she an
Was
enemy
she
too?
there?
Yeah, of course.
She was there, or she's an enemy?
No! Bella's wonderful.
Okay.
Mary,
Do you
are
remember masks?
Hmm?
People putting on masks in a tent?
Why are we interrogating Miri?
You can
Yeah.
interrogate everyone we come across, but I can't ask Miri a couple
Alistair,
questions.
what do you remember about Graham?
Are you on Graham's side? Is that what this is?
We're just trying
do you-
to figure out a couple of things because
To add to
some
the
of us-
craziness, Ara comes in. Good morning. There's a
Not now.
Actually,
What?
there's a what?
No,
Ara?
no,
What?
what?
No, what is
Ara,
there?
Ara.
No, we should know. Ara, how do you feel about Graham?
No, I actually want to know what Alistair thinks about Graham, but I really want to know what's outside.
Yeah, what's going on, Aura? Because I'm sure you're telling us something very important. That's not sarcasm, by the way.
Gunther's on the roof holding a big ball of light. I just thought it would be, I don't know.
It's probably why his garden's so lush.
Yeah, I didn't really think that was going to be a cause for alarm. I'm sorry. I didn't.
He's
What
doing
were
No,
we
no.
talking about?
So,
Miri
yeah,
doesn't remember Graham.
No, she does remember Graham.
exactly.
He's just her biggest enemy.
Graham as he was.
Alistair,
Okay.
what do you remember about Graham? Humor me, please.
Graham was honestly, Graham was a little bit annoying. I mean,
A little bit.
he tended to be wherever he didn't need to be.
Exactly.
Oh,
But why today do you want to kill him?
What do you mean today?
literally, two-step. Literally before you took a little nap, you talked about Graham like he was the last person you wanted to see, and not in a way that not in a way you
He
hated
is the
him.
last person I want to see. I don't understand how you guys are on Graham's side.
No one
And I
is
thought the
on.
whole reason I was coming with you guys is because after we're done with all this nonsense, we're going north.
To kill Graham.
Yes.
Who's
That was the deal.
north and not.
Mm,
Actually, Mary, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the deal because Fey deals hold power, and that's definitely not what I plan on doing.
Yeah, I don't. We didn't agree to that deal, Mary.
Well, Car, maybe I'll just tell Mom.
You can
I
tell her what you'd like. I think she'd be very interested in your change of opinion on Graham and certain events that have led up to this point.
She knows exactly what happened.
You sure
And she
about
agrees
that?
with me.
Doubtful.
what I wouldn't give to give you the ability to send to her right now.
All right, we're
Morning.
going to table all of that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Maeve. How are you feeling?
Okay. Sorry about last night.
What happened last night? With Isles Nat 1, he slept through all of the
Why is
nightmares.
Prim just waves a hand at Io,
What?
like just don't ask.
there light outside?
I think Gunther's
Gunther.
doing something
He's on the roof.
with a light ball.
That's how the plants grow.
No,
That's
we
all
don't
right.
really know that. We just are assuming.
I just say things
Makes
and people
sense.
believe me sometimes.
That's how he does it.
Makes sense. Coffee?
No, thank you. I don't get to see the light a lot.
Take it with you. She's gonna press a mug into her hand.
Okay, thank you. And she goes to walk outside. I think with that, we'll take our 10-minute break. See you guys in 10.
I can't hear Joe. Is it just me?
No,
Sorry,
I
my
can't
bad.
hear it either. Okay.
Okay,
you.
okay.
Thank you.
I was like, am I losing my mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
You
fine.
were.
All right,
I
so let's
already
try again.
assumed
Let's
it was
try again. Let's
gone.
try again.
My mind gone.
As you guys watch Maeve turn to walk outside towards the light, Kara, you're reminded of the moment last night where you were momentarily woken up out of something. And I think there's a thought that kind of crosses your mind, rolling around the space of if there are secrets being kept, do I keep this one? And with that, we're gonna go back to last night. Kara, would you like to explain what you did? And then we'll start the scene.
So after May first woke Kara up, she thought about what was to come and what allies we might need down the road. So she used the black diamond to open a dream gate to the Shadowfell.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to describe what this gate looks like? And I'll take it from there.
Yeah, I think she just took the diamond and had it resting on her chest. And if I don't know if Alistair can still see magic, but the magic of the shadow or the magic of the black diamond kind of pulsed out and wrapped around her like a skin of shadow. And suddenly she was standing in the Shadowfell. Her body's still there though. And it probably looks like a second skin of faintly sheened shadow over her body for an hour.
Even being locked into this dream, there is a sense of almost like a phantom limb of recognizing what you see, your visual perception, and I imagine with Kara being that level of extreme empathy. can almost feel the cold air. Everything is not dark or particularly light, just gray. This dead forest. I'd like you to roll me a d20. Let's see where you're at.
17.
Okay. You see there's a mountain peak that you are able to see just over the canopy line from this small clearing that you're in that has these roots that look strangely reminiscent of rib cages and extended bones of ligaments that have lost all semblance of life or flesh. In the fog distance, you can see that there are these figures that are humanoid, that are walking towards something in the forest. What do you do?
I follow it. I'm going to try to get to the source. Bless you.
Both of us are sneezing like crazy. You follow. Being in this dream state, you notice grants you certain advantages. You don't seem to be perceived by these walking zombie-like creatures. And so you're able to move forward ahead in the line. As you see these strange beings, black armor, most of them bald or very, very close haircuts that are connected with the concept of the plane either being completely black or completely white. Very prominent pointed ears and a slight sort of vampiric-like look to the face in that kind of Nosferatu-like way. They don't seem to notice you either. But that's okay. It's not who you're there for. I'm looking up above the steps that are rising. You see this giant spire-like castle that looks almost ironically close to the one that you know exists in the Fae. You continue up the steps.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, you see that the line of these other creatures continues all the way up as well, but you're able to pass by them. You see there are more of these guards, some now wearing these very dark, intimidating looking helms. You see perched on either side of the entranceway is these strange-looking panther-like creatures that you see. Their tails kind of multiple tails, having this strange sort of flapping sort of look. Large, extended, creepy fang-like almost mouths at the end of them. Both of them, as you pass, kind of they can sense that something's wrong, but they can't put their finger on it. You continue into the hall.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, start to hear these strange noises. Seem far off and disconnected. First starts off with the sounds of ravens, and then I feel like you could hear. I feel like you can hear the sound of some sort of distant fight. Not a fight, but war. As you stare up at these large walls that exist beyond the columns, you see the walls themselves are just focused in with this fog that seems to carry shapes that connect with the sounds that you're hearing. Figures battling in a distant battlefield. Large shadow looming over a smaller one, spear in hand, as you see the strike down. Hear the sounds of explosions. And the strange sort of roar of lions and other beasts. The sound is getting louder as you continue on. I'm going to say, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw, but with advantage.
Let's say 15.
15 is just enough. For a creature that is wrapped in the already stuck in the realms of broken sort of memories, what is one memory that almost leaves Kara's mind?
Oh God. Let's think about what memory she has still. Maybe one of their early heists before she joined the crew, or before they built the crew, when they were just street kids.
You start to feel that memory sort of come back, as if someone is grabbing onto it, clutching it, and trying to pull it from your brain. But it seems to seems to stay constant, as if the figure's trying to lift sand out from the beach.
It will be yours soon enough. That's not what I'm here for.
You say that, you call that out, and you see the other figures of the Shatterkai taking just a second of, as if they were able to hear like a distant voice, something that was strange, that was not a part of this hall. You then hear one of the figures that are in the line start to mumble. Where am I? Why am I here? Why am I here? I don't belong here. I don't belong. And you see him start to kind of like try to move back out from the line, and you see both of the two of the Shatterkai on either side grab him, force him forward, and just continue to hear, please, I don't know why I don't know who I am. Makara, you feel that in the pain of this moment, there's not much you can do. This figure is most likely already gone.
Mm-hmm. It's not what I'm here for.
I'm going to ask for one more wisdom save. Still with advantage.
So 21 and a 17. So 21.
Okay. Give me one more memory.
The first time Brahm took her on a ship. And how much she hated it. Because ships suck.
As you feel that memory start to be pulled, there's almost a moment where you consider letting that one go. But you don't. Because as you said, it'll be there soon enough. As you walk up the steps, you start to, or in the court itself, there is this area where there are a couple steps that lead up into this grand hall. And you see that here is where two guards are holding these nasty looking halberds that are being held close on either side, keeping the line at bay. One by one, letting them through, and then closing it behind. But you're able to move right past. As you take a step off of that last clearing, sound immediately goes away. You hear a voice in the distance in conversation with someone else, seemingly female. And then you see her. This figure, draped in black, sitting on a throne, hand outstretched to grant the figure in front a human female, too young to be here, granting a path that opens up to somewhere beyond. You see the figure bow, a little confused. Continue down that path. And you see there's about to be a release of the halberds until... Kara, how far away from you would you... how far away from the Raven Queen would you stand?
I would be walking up to her.
Okay. You see a hand hold. And those guards that are a very far distance away, probably like 60 feet, seem to just nod, not understanding. So the Raven Queen looks right at you with eyes that you don't see.
She declines her head in respect as she approaches. Raven Queen, do you know who I am? What I carry?
You smell of life. You don't belong here, young one.
I came to beseech your aid.
I am no boon to those that still breathe.
But you are more than just for those who still breathe, or who no longer breathe. You're also forgotten memories. What's lost.
This place takes to offer new purpose.
Don't do it. Talk myself out of it. There are also ways for memory to be lost. The erasure of an identity is a death in a way.
You speak more than the metaphor.
Yes, I do.
I am aware of the powers of the Fae.
Intimately, I understand.
You see her hands that are on the throne start to grab the edges a little bit more force.
If a Fae was turned into a nameless exile and banished from their lands, would they grace your courts?
I imagine that you of all the living know that there are always two of every kind. If they are lucky, they come to me.
With your aid in the matter, perhaps you could remove the subject of luck and direct their arrival accordingly.
That would require for me to leave this place. I have no interest in removing myself from this throne for one soul.
But does Soren have an interest in doing it for a princess?
Roll me an insight check.
27.
So this is an interesting moment where, Kara, you start to notice that in the response, I'll give you the response first, then I'll kind of give you some extra sort of piece. So I rolled. You see the Raven Queen kind of cock her head slightly. What name did you call me? And you see that the hands around the arms of the throne are starting to crack the stone foundation underneath it. But you see the look on her face, and with your 27 insight, you know that there was a moment that she had said that it was the place. And you recognize in this moment that this place may have messed with her memories.
Oh.
So there's a moment where you can see her physical body reacting to that name, but her mind is having trouble connecting.
Can I tell you a story?
I am a very busy woman, mortal.
This will be quick. It's about a mage named Soren who fell in love with a fey princess and sought a gift to rival any the courts could offer. They brought a black diamond that consumed the princess and changed her into a queen of darkness.
You see her breathing seems to have increased slightly.
They say that this Soren continued to search for a way to recover their lost love. Or perhaps they simply died or they gave up. No one knows.
No. I have elevated myself to this. What right do you have to
I-
any story in my head.
I am offering an opportunity to recover something that was lost. I have a way to bring that princess out of the darkness, and I thought you might like to help with that.
Roll one more time. Okay. You see the Raven Queen. You start to hear this like kind of increased sort of sounds of ravens that are kind of coming out around. You actually see the two guards kind of like turn towards the Raven Queen in the distance, keeping their halberds kind of closed, but they also seem concerned. You also see that there is this sort of strange visage of just this black, dark, not really smoke as much as this connection to what looks like a void. Something that is the essence of lacking. She stands impossibly tall. Each step looking like she's gained height. As she's moving towards you, what do you do to help jog her memory?
Do I have my items on me? Like incorporeal, I guess?
Yeah.
She holds the diamond in front of her. And she begins to explain the queen as she saw her. Because, actually, no, I'm a changeling. What the fuck am I doing? I shift into the queen. This is what she looks like now. I don't know how much she changed from when you knew her, when this was originally gifted to her. But she can come back.
You see her long, slender hand reach out. And even though the diamond is incorporeal, it's not real. You see it lift from your hand into the air. Greatest accomplishment. My deepest sin.
I can unravel it, but it will be easier with your aid.
See the diamond go back slowly to your hand. My sweet child. She sits back down. Thank you for reminding me what once was. I won't leave this place even for a moment. My throne would be fully usurped.
What if I could serve as a conduit for that moment? When the diamond's used, it's already gonna destroy my identity, so I'm not too worried about what else. So you can extend your power without losing your throne.
It has been longer than I can remember. Perhaps this memory was better left to the hall.
Or perhaps it's worth giving it one more shot and letting the hall decide.
You are young. You are of two planes, as I. And though my heart has been lost in the Fae, there is a point where supreme responsibility right? Fate. Is needed to be held firmer in the hand. I loved someone. That love brought me more pain than any of the souls I have moved on. I'm sorry.
May I make a selfish request then? This love has brought you so much pain, and it has ruined the lives of so many. I will destroy myself to solve the problem you caused. All I am asking is for your aid in that.
For what purpose?
To free a girl who was taken from her family. A family that was ripped apart.
A girl. Why would one offer a sacrifice many times worse than death for this?
I have a feeling it has to do with my own missing memories. My already fractured mind.
As one who has suffered the pangs of love, I promise you this. This shows many signs of not being worth it.
Maybe. But I was never one to back down when the odds were against me. And if there's a snowball's chance in the hells to save a little girl from the mess that is the Violet Court, then I'm gonna take it. It would be easier with you by my side in whatever way you can be. I'll be here soon enough. What's left of me.
Feeling that the odds have rarely been in your favor.
And yet I'm still alive.
Is that because of fate?
Then maybe it's fate that brought me to you, asking for your aid.
I don't think so. There was a time when there was a young magician who had all of the odds stacked against them. And she looked at fate and said no. Somehow see her strength in you. will do what I can.
Thank you.
Is that what my love has turned into?
Yes. But the diamond will erase the darkness that has consumed her. I don't know what will be left, but I know it would be better for her not to face it alone.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Use inspiration. So that was only a 15. That's better. That's 17 plus 5. Math. 22.
Me too. What is the concept of station worth to the Raven Queen? As I said, I will help where I can.
That is all I ask.
What are you in most need of?
Above table. Because I wasn't here last week. We have the hounds.
Mm-hmm.
4 hounds? 3 hounds? 4 hounds? 3 hounds. We, in theory, might have a statue if we wanted to lug that thing around. And we have the Nathless. So I don't think we're hurting on manpower.
Yeah, you got pretty good muscle.
Above table, what I'm thinking is either some kind of like death boons, like death wards for people, or a regen for the casters at one point during the day. What do you guys think would be best? I think the regen for the casters, because once you guys run out of spells, you're kind of SOL. Yeah. We have many in my party who are arcanely gifted, and we have a long fight ahead of us. If there's any way to offer a moment of divine renewal throughout the day to come, to help us continue our fight.
Divine. Renew. You don't strike me as one who has a particular connection to the divine.
No. But I understand you are a goddess, and your power can have a certain effect, particularly on the arcane. And if there's a way our casters could replenish themselves at some point to continue the fight, that might be the push we need to end it quickly.
shall offer that. But no, dear girl, the difference between you and I have very little to do with the arcane. Wherever you found this, I caution you to move forward with patience. As I didn't.
Of course.
There is a chance that if we were to speak again, I would have no memory of this conversation.
The feeling is mutual.
Your name.
For the moment, it is Kara. But when I use the diamond, that name will be destroyed. So I'm not sure who you will meet again.
You see her take her fingernail. You see it kind of extend a little bit. It's this long, polished black. And you see on her throne, she marks something into the stone. I forgot that name. For a good reason. I will not forget yours. For a better one.
Of course. Thank you.
Good luck, child.
And she will bow. And can I just end the dream gate?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll just bow and end to the dream gate.
How do you want to end the dream gate? Do you want to just like eyes snap open?
Well, I think, yeah, the Raven Queen would see her bow as she dissolves into shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kara just, eyes snap open and she casually as possible sits up and tucks the diamond away.
We flash forward to this scene as we see those eyes opened and still that same sort of wide as we zoom out to Kara now. Staring. I imagine a couple of you guys are staring at Kara because they haven't said anything in a while. Or moments.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you feeling?
Ready to take on a queen.
Great. That's the motivation we need.
We cut to the same scene. Maeve is outside. Alistair, Carr, you guys are in the middle of a conversation about who Maeve is, and you see Kara, the black coffee in Maeve's hand as she's walking by. It just reminds you. We come back to that scene.
Do we have a plan for the day? Do we?
I mean, we've got a potential path forward. The trees showed me they had the lights, and they kind of showed that towards it, so we at least have direction. I can always do the pass without for an hour, at least once we get a little bit closer to help with. Approaching cautiously.
Maeve said she knows the way in too.
The path to the castle. How and why?
Oh, did you
Not
miss
sure.
that? I talked to a tree. And kind of had an existential crisis with one as well.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I think I remember that. But the light.
Yeah, they showed me a set of lights through the trees that led to the castle, so we knew where to go.
Was everybody able to see it?
I don't think anyone else. Well, I was the only one up there. I was on top of the tree. I don't know.
I didn't see any lights.
Can I insight check him with how he said that?
Ara?
Because yeah.
The DM was raising their eyebrows at that, not Ara.
Oh, okay. I caught something funny there. Yeah.
Ara is the one that brought it up, which I'll give you as the hint here. But I'll push a little bit deeper, and I'll say, I guess I kind of assumed that they probably could have just followed us here. But I don't know, they seemed to know for sure we were here.
What, the hounds?
No.
The fawns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's because of certain magic that was cast. I say, looking at Alistair.
Or are you trying to say,
What did I do?
something with, Esseles?
No, I don't. Why do you
With
keep
my
bringing that
patron.
up? Yeah.
Because she can see
Okay.
through my eyes.
Yeah,
Like,
all right.
that's-
No, I think I don't know. If the tree. I don't know if this Can we talk to the tree?
Yeah, we can talk to the tree.
All right,
great.
if the tree kind of gave away our position, maybe that's not a good. Maybe we should let the tree know not to do that.
But it was above the trees. So unless the satyrs were above the trees, how would they have seen it? Or were you saying because the castle it was a two-way street situation?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Just
Two-way roadway, I guess. I don't necessarily know if there's a reason to answer the why now if we're gonna leave.
yeah, you're probably right.
I think we just have to operate under the idea that we can be tracked at almost any time while we're in her domain.
That's
Agreed.
also a fun thought to put into your head.
Okay. Well, I mean the map maker is outside. Should I get her or?
The tree is also outside if we want to talk to the tree.
Maybe
Well,
we
you
talk
said
to
that
Maeve.
it wasn't important to talk about.
You want to know about the path then?
And you said you didn't want to talk. You thought it might be a bad idea to even bring up right now.
right, we're talking in circles. Let's
me
go
headaches.
outside and maybe do 2 things at once.
Okay.
We can talk
yeah.
to a tree and talk to Maeve.
Great,
And
yeah.
quite honestly, if Gunther's up there with a great big ball of light, anybody around can see that anyway. Just saying.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's not a very tall, what's
And
left
I'm
of the
not.
tree.
As
I
Prim's like
don't-
walking out.
I also don't really see how anything that was cast yesterday by a certain god of disruption might have led anyone to us, when that's kind of the opposite of how that works. So I think maybe we stop blaming people for things and just go see what the situation is outside.
Okay, yeah, I mean, for the record, I wasn't trying to blame anyone. I just, I
No, I know, Ara. I'm just saying in general.
I
That wasn't
Okay.
directed at you.
Ara, take a deep
Yeah.
breath.
You're okay.
What is this? Oh, it's coffee. No,
No, you're not drinking that.
No.
You can have tea.
Joe's drinking.
Gwen's gonna go outside with Prim.
Okay. Yeah. I assume, Kara, you said you were going to go out and talk to Maeve?
I thought we were all going outside.
Yes.
You guys can all go
I think
outside,
we're
yeah?
all going
I thought we were
outside.
all trying to shuffle out. Like, please keep
So you
going.
first. Just go. You.
I'm
gonna
kicking
see
the door in.
Alistair in the back of me to move out of the way of the door.
Yeah. Mary, what do you do to keep everybody in here?
I'm going through a window, Miri. Do not tempt me.
I think Gwen says, everybody stop being nice to each other. Go the fuck outside.
All right, you guys go outside. You see, for those that are looking like up at the roof, you can kind of see. You have to kind of take like about 20 feet sort of steps back to actually see like Gunther's head. But Gunther is like full on like Simba-ing this ball of light in front of him. Does anybody go out that far to see what's going on with him?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Alistair, you go out. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's how the plants feed.
Makes sense. How long do you do that?
Until my arms get tired.
Is that a long time?
It's gonna become less and less the more we talk about it.
Sorry, it just kind of everyone can see that from everywhere.
I do this every day.
Do fawns show up and try and murder you every day?
Fair enough. You see him kind of take it out. And you see Maeve just go, oh. Yeah. Looks at Kara. I assume Kara is about to say something to Maeve.
We will get out of here and see the sun soon. The real sun, not that.
Yeah.
What were you going to tell me last night?
Oh. I don't know. I think I've spent most of my life just having trouble really trusting people, so I think
Well, you trusted Alistair pretty quickly last night.
no, I recognized that there were things that I didn't understand, and that doesn't mean that should be opposed to them.
I would like to hear what you were either opposed to or did not understand. Because I have my concerns currently about Miri and Alistair, and if you also share those concerns, it would be good to know.
Why are you pushing this? I
I'm not
come to
push-
like your friends, and you're trying to convince me not to like them, and then you're. I don't know. I just want to be able to trust people. Is that
Okay.
so bad?
No, it's not.
Okay. It went. How long did it take to round these people up?
Far too long.
Just give that information willingly.
I don't think that was quite information.
And you gathered these people because you knew they were going to be important to find me.
I'm being honest. I don't remember a lot. I have issues with my memory right now. Maybe working on that, may not be. I don't know. But they are here now and they are dedicated and loyal.
Yeah, they only, took 20 years.
It's only been 4 months, 5 months maybe. For me. Feywild time.
Kara, I'd like you to roll me. Does Kara believe that to be true?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like you to roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. So unnatural 20.
That's
Well,
amazing.
fuck. Okay,
That's
dice.
amazing.
I don't know how to deal with that. I really wanted this bit to go. Okay, cool. Cool. Sorry, I guess. I guess I just assumed that it was longer. But you probably wouldn't be here without them, so. Sorry I brought it up.
Don't be sorry. I brought up first the discussion with Alistair last night, so.
I just. I was just gonna tell you that I didn't think. At the time, I didn't think he was being truthful.
I would agree with you at that point, yes. That doesn't mean he's necessarily dangerous or harmful that I know of yet, but I think he was perhaps not truthful.
Which is exactly why I didn't bring it up, because I just thought, what's the more important thing? And he does seem to be. I mean, doesn't look like a guy with friends, but he obviously has a couple. And, I mean, he's a friend that's lasted, I don't know, a billion years. Gunther, how old are you? I don't know. Okay. So yeah, I think we're in the same mind.
Yes.
Okay, bye. She just walks a distance away. Prin.
Bueno. Yeah, Prim's gonna roll on up to the tree, staying like 5 to 10 feet back though, because like.
Okay. Ara kind of comes with you at this point. She goes, "Did you want me with like? I was done with like. Did you want me to be
Ara,
here?
you're here now. It's fine.
All right, but if you're gonna rub it in my face that I was wrong, I don't want to, and not that I was wrong because I was just offering it as a possible suggestion.
Do you want me to prove you wrong? I feel like you're like
No.
asking about it.
Let's do this. Let's both
Okay.
go up to the tree and let's promise that we will not.
I'm not promising you anything. It's the Feywild.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. I should know that. We
Come on, man.
will make
We've
an
been over
agreement
this.
that neither of us will tell the other I told you so.
Okay, I will phrase it differently then. And then walks up to the tree.
Okay.
And she will call out to Elthrin. Is that how you say that name?
Elthorn.
Elthorn? Elthorn?
Yeah.
Cool. Elthorn and just good morning, Elthorn.
Whoa. Morning.
Morning.
The light went away.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I think Gunther's arms got tired. Kind of looks back towards the top of the house.
Yeah, you see Elthorn, who's... I have no idea what that is like. Because he's a tree, guys. You don't get it. The tree, the arm. You get it? All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Anyways. No, yeah, you just kind of last night you had showed me like some lights when you threw me up top that led to the castle. I don't know if that was you or if that was the forest or what exactly that was.
I thought that was you.
Well, we can find out. And she kind of like squats a little bit and she's like, if you wouldn't mind throwing me up top, if I could just take a real quick look.
Oh, sure. That's down. Throws, yep.
Looks at Ara. Bend with your knees.
I'm not coming up there.
Okay. And then she'll look in the same direction she saw last night and see if the lights show up again.
They do.
So, Elthorn, you're saying that I'm seeing this, but you don't?
No, I see it.
Oh, okay. And she'll start kind of like mentally tracking how the lights move through.
Give me an Arcana check.
Joe, I'm not good at those. Why did I roll it on D&D Beyond? That was a 3.
Okay. I will say, Gwyn, Io, Mary, Kara, Alistair, you guys are all outside. You all see as Prim goes up a tree, you see this light extend out.
Guys,
Can-
it's the light thingy that I was
Does it remind me of a certain patron of hers?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Can we also
Oh,
roll
did
Arcana
it?
checks?
Yeah.
I rolled a 3 too.
Ooh.
Go us.
What does the 28 get me, Joe, with a natural 20?
Fuck.
Io rolled so low. He realizing he's not getting anything. He just goes feed the
Okay.
wolves.
Gwyn, you notice that there is a sort of like twinkle in the light that is almost there as a like, it reminds you of when you've seen like really over the top sort of jewelry that have like this golden center but has this diamond sort of surrounding it, and the light refracting off of it kind of gives slightly different colors that seems to hide the gold light in the center.
No, gang, I don't know what you're talking about. That's just the yellow bulbs. Like they just, it's the forest.
Hey, Gwen, what do you see?
I will explain what I see to them.
You see Ara start to walk closer towards Alistair and Gwyn, just so that Prim can see his eyes as he just cocks his head to the side a little bit. He's not saying it.
Everybody can see it though, so
you can tell he's thinking it. And with that, we'll end tonight's session. We'll see you guys. Well, we won't see you guys next week, but we'll see you guys next week. Hey!
Hey!
Bye-bye.
I have to do recap for this. Fuck.